Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that we're about to talk about is SIG fully putting its money on the table in a letter to FFLs around pistol braces. We're going to break all of this down in a second because while it has a permanent injunction, it is nationwide. That does not mean it's completely dead as of pulled from the record. But SIG seems to think that might be going in that direction. That's what we're going to talk about. Everything is linked in the description box below, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. All right, my brothers and sisters, you guys know how I love me some reading the tea leaves, understanding the underlying trends, and diving into what it means for our Second Amendment. And that's what we're about to see right now coming from SIG, one of the leaders in the pistol brace or stabilizing brace portion of the 2A industry. Now, special note, I was watching and hanging out with Richard and Emily from Armed Attorneys today, and they broke this, and I thought this was actually pretty cool, and I wanted to throw my own flavor on this. So, special shout out to them. But the big thing that I want to hit here is while we know that the national injunction is applied to the pistol brace or the stabilizing braces, we had a lot of victories against that entire rule this year. It hasn't been officially removed from the Federal Register. It's still there. It's still pending a court case, but it has been halted through a permanent injunction. Okay, so where we're at, it's still going on, but it's basically not effective, right? So that puts you in a place where if you're a retailer, do I want to buy this and stock this as an inventory, or do I want to just ride it out and see what happens, and wherever we end up, we end up? It's a safe play versus a risky play. I get it. If I'm a business that has inventory, I'm going to hedge my bets a little bit as well because it's a kind of uncertain territory. However, listen to this because SIG seems to be putting their money on the fact and on the table that they're not going to have any kind of negative impact. That's what this video is all about. Dear valued Sig Sauer customer, as you may be aware, Sig Sauer recently restarted sales of select firearms equipped with stabilizing braces, which is legal, right? Given the shifting legal landscape surrounding these products, Sig Sauer will provide our wholesale purchasers, distributors, and dealers an additional level of confidence by extending return terms on sales of firearms equipped with stabilizing braces. In the event the legal status of stabilizing braces changes, Sig Sauer will fully refund purchases and retake possession of all unsold products ordered within 120 days prior to such change. In the event a return or refund is not permissible by law, Sig Sauer will provide wholesale purchasers the option of exchanging the stabilizing brace for a permissible compatible stock. Sincerely, Sig Sauer. Okay, what does this mean? Well, like I said, the legal landscape hasn't changed since we got the permanent injunction that applies nationally. Obviously, there's some hesitation, as I mentioned, from the retailers and the distributors and the dealers. Sig Sauer just put into a letter to the FFLs and dealers and distributors that they would allow them to return them, and if it goes beyond certain terms, then they will allow them to exchange them for stock credit. Understand what this means. It means a few things. One, Sig Sauer is basically saying we'll extend the terms and we'll accept the risk for you to do this so we can get these things rolling again. That's a big deal for SIG to do that. Now, they do have the pocketbook to do it, but it is a big deal. It's belief in what's happening. It's belief in the outcome they expect. That's one. Two, on the dealers, the distributors, and all of the retail side of this, if you have an assurance from one of the manufacturers like Sig Sauer, like this letter would imply, you're going to be more apt to make purchases because they are absorbing that risk that I was just talking about. This is a really big deal from a standpoint of business, but it's also a really big deal on what Sig Sauer expects to happen in the future. I promise this was not written just on a whim. There was a lot of calculation that went into this, and SIG's final position on this is they're so confident that something is not going to change in the negative that they are willing to put their money on the table and offer extended return terms or exchange for credit terms in the event something does go wrong. Now, on the inside of that, if you're a business person and you're from SIG, your bottom line is you don't want to risk more capital than is necessary. So they've clearly done the calculus on this, and they clearly feel comfortable enough to offer these extended terms to set at ease all the retailers and the dealers and the distributors because they think it's not going to change. That's how I would read that. But anyway, what do you guys think? It's a little bit shorter of a video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.